Okay, what up, everybody? I'm a little bit late to the game. Been thinking about this for a little bit. That's all right. I don't expect anyone to be here really waiting for me as I get things going because you guys do your own thing. And God forbid YouTube's doing whatever it's gonna do to me. Either way, I'm not caring as much. Um, Guys, we're in it for today. We're doing our thing right now. But I wanted to have a little bit of conversation about kind of the topic that we were getting into. I'm not properly set up, so everything's all messed up when it comes to me, but I'm gonna figure it all out. We have we have lived in a world where contradiction isn't just the expectations, it's the culture. Everywhere you look, people say one thing all the time, but they do the exact opposite of that. Think about it. We praise freedom, but we live in fear. We demand respect, but we spend our times disrespecting each other, and we call that shit fun. Already cursing right out the gate. We push for vulnerability, especially on men. That's the most current thing. But the second a dude shows it, both sexes will call him a bitch. We say that positivity matters. But let's be honest, negativity is the only dialogue that I would say most people know how to have. Negative ones. We claim to people we're going to keep it real, right? But fake just seems to be America's favorite pastime. Look at your shows, look at your reality shows, look at your other scripted ventures. And here's the thing. This isn't a hypocrisy that I'm talking about. We're talking about entertainment. Contradiction is the show, and everybody is making sure that they play their own part. That's what we're doing. Let's talk a little bit more about it.
In the daylight, every move calculated, every word's a fist fight. Building new codes, stacking bricks for the future. Turning midlife to gold, cut the chains like a suture. Keeps time as a weapon, each tick is a death note. Lights up the skyline, watch the whole city take note. Not chasing the fame, here to freeze what's molten. Break open the silence, keep the truth ice coated. No clock to punch in, he's the one who dictates. Every second's a fuse, watch the skyline detonate.
What's good, everybody? So, getting into the show, we're going to get right into it because there's a whole lot of things I think we really need to touch on because I've been thinking about this one for a little bit now, right? And then we're talking about a culture, quote, a culture. Let me say it one more time, a culture of contradiction. We are in it all the time when it comes to this so-called culture of contradiction. And it has become a regular thing of life that we go through today. The first thing I want to talk about is the thing that hits everybody quickly because it hits everybody and how we look at it in government, in social society, and even in our pockets. I want to talk about the contradiction of economy. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's start with the contradiction that hits people the most. I mentioned it. It's in your pockets. Before anything else will affect you, a lot of people start talking about what they can and cannot have, and that is typically held by monetary value of manana. right? The economy. You see, the truth is, truth doesn't pay the bills at any point, never mind anymore. But contradiction happens to be so. Nobody gets paid for agreeing. There's no check coming in the mail. Bro, the fact that you're right doesn't mean a goddamn thing. The check comes from conflict. It comes from chaos. It comes from contradiction. I mean, look at politics. Every campaign is all rooted in contradiction. It's contradiction on steroids. You can't even trust people going to the Olympics anymore without hearing about somebody who's on quote steroids, which is what? A conflict and a contradiction to the rules. They say family values is the thing that we're out here trying to build out here, right? While sliding into other people's DMs at midnight. Hell, even Sadia Khan on YouTube, someone who's been claiming to be one of these most, I don't even know what ethnicity she is, but she's out there on some bullshit. And she gets paid as much as $8,000 just to have a fucking phone call, trying to quote set people on the right path. Even she's quote the con artist. Isn't that quite the conundrum, folks? A lot of people will be there. They will smile in your face, but their bank statements expose the real opposite, the real hypocrisy of them. They say they smile in your face. Backstabbers, backstabbers, all the time. Contradiction is the product. And of course, you guys happen to be the customers. I don't think religion gets a pass either, by the way. Pastors scream holiness on Sundays, scrolling on OnlyFans on Monday, choir clapping for purity while at the back row, chicks is pregnant yet again. Contradiction, folks, contradiction is the product of customers. Think about it. Contradiction keeps the seats full and the collection plate heavy. Social media, that's contradiction's favorite fucking playground. Influencers, we're going to talk about the regular, we're not talking about wrestlers. Influencers say, do not chase clout. Meanwhile, begging you to like, comment, and of course, subscribe. People post about mental health while tearing each other down in the comment sections. They clown fake friends while they themselves can't keep real ones of their own. Contradiction sells. It's clicks, it's engagement. It is the sense and source of algorithm gold. And the wild part is, it's not just the power or the influencer, so to speak. It's the regular, everyday person as well. Contradiction is how people survive. You don't want to trust nobody, but you can trust to gossip from strangers. I don't get it. They say things like money ain't everything. But you're broke and you're stressed over your bills, but money's not everything. You hear shit people say like, be yourselves. But you're buying an identity in installments. How do these things make sense? Let me summarize that thing, what I just brought to you. Contradiction. Contradiction is the new hustle. It's the old hustle, but it's always being repackaged as new hustle. Truth doesn't pay bills, but lies will somehow get you sponsorships, which will help you pay bills. Ain't that a bitch? And that's what we're just talking about in terms of the economy form of contradiction. Let's talk about everyday contradictions, because you know I like to lean on everyday individual. You said Caucasian Khalifa. No, I mean Sadia Khan. I know people like to say Sadia Khan. I see it as Sadia Khan. That manosphere for the fucking the Indian Arab looking women, whatever her fucking shit is, her that heifer is caught up saying some of the most foulest and disgusting things, even to our wife. And I was like, if you want to do those things to me, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Miss Khan. I absolutely. Absolutely. But you were sitting out here preaching for so know how long as to how women and men should behave, but you sitting here saying all this reckless shit to a man's wife, saying that if you want to, you can suck his dick on the very day of his wedding. Just saying. Some wild shit out there. Controversy? I think so. Just saying. We're talking about everyday contradictions. So let's talk a little bit about that, right? Because everybody seems to want a little bit of controversy, even in real life. We're not just talking about the internet streets. Even in my real life, I go through it. I have been going through it with my current employer for a while. There are people who they are so engrossed in controversy. They are so engrossed in being in conflict and consuming conflict online that people, because again, there was a time where we can click this shit off and click this shit off and turn that shit off, and we went to our regular everyday lives. With this generation and between X, well, not even we have X and millennials and even Gen Z, everybody believes that online life is actually the life that's going on in the real world as well. So therefore, the thought process, the programming is that if you don't have conflict in your life, you're not really living life. Let me say that again for you. If you don't have haters, even if they are, quote, self-manufactured, if you don't have an enemy, even if you have to make an enemy by yourself, it's like Michael Jordan. I have to pump myself up to kill the game day because somebody was talking shit, and they go ahead and ask him questions. He's like, no, he wasn't talking shit. I just made it up in my head. That's the world that we're in today. That is the world that we are in today, folks. People will manufacture enemies because they believe that you're not really having an exciting life unless you have an enemy. Oh, what's good? OG Do Dirty in the building. By the way, folks, be sure if you haven't, I know we missed out on our last week. We have to make it up to you somehow. We're going to have a better show next time. But me and OG Do Dirty, we do, of course, the drop by discussions on Sunday. We didn't have one for this past Sunday went by, but we do this every week pretty much for the drop by discussions on Sundays. It's a fire conversation. It's the only time right now we will actually catch my black ass pretty much doing conflict and open panel rhetoric, because right now I am taking a break from open panel so I can make sure that we do everything. But just make sure that you actually check that out with me, and of course this guy over here who goes live pretty much every day doing whatever he can. Me, I'm being a little bit more conserving of my time. I do my thing. But when it comes to this man, when it comes to him, we know one thing about this guy. He's an OG. He's an OG. He is an OG and he got big money. That is him right there. That is you, sir. That is you. That is not me. He is doing well. He is doing his own thing. He is in his own class of his own. I don't know how he does his own thing, but this man over here, he is doing his thing. Got nothing to do with me. He is rocking out all on his own, and I applaud the guy for it. He is definitely coming up in the world. So be sure to actually take a look at OG Do Dirty's channel. All right. And by the way, if you manage to actually be on OG Do channel, be sure to slide by mine, right? Because then I can know for sure, OG Do Dirty led you here. Just keep that in mind. But I want to talk about these contradictions, because even though the people that might want to come by, even from OG Do Dirty's channel, a lot of them are going to come through with a lot of contradictions. All right? And contradictions are not just for, quote, newspapers and politics. It's right here in our everyday lives, moving through everyday individuals. Look at it this way. Have you ever noticed how everybody seems to want to demand respect in real life and even online? But they spend all their waking hours, especially online, by the way, doing the best that they can to disrespect each other. I want to let that marinate for a moment. Really, you think about that. They'll clown you, they'll tell you down, and when you check them on the shit, all of a sudden it's, it's relax, Resla, bro. I was just joking. Nah. It's not a joke. If disrespect is the only language that you can speak, that's not comedy. Let me say that again. If disrespect is the only language that you can speak, it is not comedy. And I'll even just say it. It is cowardice. It is cowardice dressed up in culture. I know there's a lot of people that's not even going to agree with that, but I'm going to tell you what it is. I have met people that can say a lot of hurtful things, but the one thing they didn't do was tear me down. They just told me the truth. You guys, a lot of you guys are not even doing that. You're just shitting on people for the sake of shitting on people, just because it makes you feel better, not because it does anything for the other individual. I have been torn down to build me up. I have not been torn down just to leave me in the gutter. Most of you guys do that. And you dress that shit up as it's culture. It's fun. The same thing with money. People love calling other folks broke while their own rent is fucking late, by the way. Their fridge ain't got no fucking anything in there, any fucking real solid food in there, just condiments in the motherfucking bitch. But they call other people fucking broke. Contradiction? I think so. Let's talk about the gym crowd, because I had to deal with some people in the gym crowd recently. You guys are out here screaming up about loyalty. Loyalty, by the way. Loyalty. Discipline. But you can't even stay loyal to your own friends. You can't even stay loyal to your own motherfucking fitness plan for more than at least 2 to 3 days. 3 days. You can't stay committed to it, but you want to talk about loyalty. And by the way, don't even get me started on this whole people when they talk about they on their journey for self-love. Because I hear too many, and this is to you ladies, by the way, for your self-love manifestation fucking journey types. Everybody's out here preaching, but most cannot stand themselves without filters, without fucking makeup, without validation from fucking strangers online. You guys do not want self-love. What you want are self-likes. You don't want self-love. That is the culture that we are in, people. Clown you for not living up to standards that they can't even hold their mother freaking self. I'm just gonna call it the way I see it. And I see a lot because I study it, because I watch you motherfuckers and I go, isn't that weird? Isn't that interesting? Everybody wants respect, but they disrespect each other all day, every day, and they call that shit fun. Respect don't grow in clown soil, people. It doesn't. You make that shit up yourself. And if everybody screams that they are honest, that they are real, that they are legit, but the only thing that's honest, that's real about them, about most people, is how fake they get when nobody is watching. And let me say that again, how fake they get when no one is watching. It tells you something about the people that you're dealing with. Because they will pretend to be a character even when nobody's around because they want that thing to be them. There are people out there that really believe that what happens on these fucking reality shows is them in real life. And they drag this shit into the real world. There are people who sit there and doom scrolling on social media, believing that what they see in social media is indicative of real fucking life. So let's talk about that. The identifying with content, the quote, the identifying of contradictions. Let's do that. Because identity is the biggest playground for contradictions. I have watched people from young children to teenagers to young adults. And when I say young adults, I'm even talking about people in their 30s. I'm sorry, in their 20s, not 30s. In their 20s, people in their 30s, people in their 40s, people in their 50s. I don't get a lot of exposure to people in their 60s, but typically in somewhere in the early 50s. Identity is one of those biggest contradictions when it comes to people's mental playgrounds. This is why people talk about, I'm a grown ass man, I'm a grown ass woman, but yet you behave like a teenager, like a person in their 20s. It's a form of arrested development. Everybody will sell the version of themselves that does not match how they really live life. And it only takes a person who sits back and does some introspection to really be able to move forward. This is why you get people that turn around and say, hey, I understand I had to put away childish things to become a grown ass man. There are still guys out here still rocking t-shirts as they still did as a kid. You could look at their childhood pictures all the way to their grown ass, and they look exactly the same. Still dressing like boys. Still don't own a suit. Still don't own no slacks. Still don't own no dress pants. Still don't like. There are people that, despite the fact that they work every day in work attire, and when I say work attire, I mean like your company gave you a shirt that you have to wear because it's their graphics, their logos, or whatever the fuck it is. But outside of work, you have no clothes for yourself whatsoever. You know who you are, who I'm talking about. You can wear company clothing, but outside when you're not working, you have no fucking clothes for yourself. Zero. Your 5-day of work, fucking sometimes 6-day of work, fucking attire is all work attire and your job gave you those clothes. You really don't have no clothes for yourself. That means the day that you are off, you've probably been wearing the same ass shit for who knows how long. Old ass clothes, probably faded, probably tie-dye, probably who knows what the fuck else. Everybody's out there selling a version of themselves that does not match up to how they really live in real life. This is why I talk about what men are told to be emotionally intelligent, to be vulnerable, to open up, to show, quote, their emotions, to show what they're thinking. But let's keep it a buck for a moment. The second that man does, he is labeled a bitch. And I'm not talking about just by women, but my men also. So what's the message really saying? It's not about being vulnerable. It's to be vulnerable on command. To be vulnerable on command is, in a way, the way that we want to approve of, at times we find convenient. That really does sound like the mindset of someone that is absolutely confused about trying to have their cake and eat it too. That's not vulnerability, folks. That is what we call a motherfucking setup. Women are told that they are, quote, independent. They are told that they don't need anybody, even though they need their fellow sisters. When we say they don't need nobody, they really talk about men, but they need their fellow sisters because they're so communal. But at the same time, The same system's telling them that also shames them. Also shames them if they are single for too long. And you can say that shit for here in the US. You can say that shit for Europe. You can say that shit in China. You can say that shit in Japan. You can say that shit in Korea. Regardless of where you are, you get looked at the same way. You get looked at as too old or leftover, or we need to take care of you because you didn't do everything that was right to have yourself being taken care of. Sorry, lady. Sorry you don't like it that way. But guess what? There are lots of men that are looked at it that way as well, especially the men that have gotten old, who have stayed single, who have not had family, and have not taken care of themselves financially. They are looked at the same way. See, the difference is that whether you are financially stable or not, you're looked at that same way. So I'll keep it a buck. As someone who was volunteered at old folks' home and everything, I can tell you this. This is the way you're looked at. So, which is it, folks? Which is your form of validation that you're going to choose? But make sure that you choose wisely. Which is it? Do you want freedom or do you want approval? Which one is it? And don't even get me started on this whole be yourself bullshit. People say this shit, and surprisingly with a straight face still to this day. And then what they do is harass, stalk, and bully you into being a carbon copy of everybody else. I still see this shit and I still have to deal with it even myself. Be yourself as long as yourself matches the fucking costume of the week. If you step out of line, suddenly you're weird. You're being difficult. You are a problem. And for me, that's not, quote, self-expression. That is, quote, identity cosplay. Here's the truth, people. The truth is most people don't live their identity. They rent that shit. They put it on their, quote, well, what am I seeing right now? What is this? Oh, shout out to you. Crab in the building turned around and he said, here to bully you. Oh, yeah, you can go ahead and try. Appreciate you for the 10. A lot of people will rent their identities now. And they really put the identities that they run across people like a Wi-Fi signal, if you ask me. They log in where they feel like they're strong enough to get a good enough amount of attention. If you ask me, they log out when that shit costs them a little too much. And that's why so many people are so confused to this day. It's not that they don't know who they are. Let me say that again. It's not that they do not know who they are. It's that they've been leasing contradictions for far so long, they forgot the real version of themselves and what that actually looks like. They know who they are. They get very confused as to where themselves begin and where the fucking contradictions end. They are so used to playing a character that they forget what part of them ends and what part of the contradiction begins. Because here's the truth, folks. Contradictions feels good. I think the wildest part about all this is that it's about contradictions. Contradictions and how it feels good to many people. This is why you have so many people that even if they don't believe in something, they just love being on the opposite end. They just love being on the opposite team. They just love being a contrarian. Not because it does anything for them, not because they have something that they really need to share, but because just the idea of knowing that you can rile somebody up is enough to get them started for the day. And that is one of the reasons why That is one of the reasons why nobody really wants to give up. Contradictions is like a cheat code for lazy living. Ooh, let me say that again for you. Contradictions are a cheat code for lazy living. And I know most of y'all don't want to look at it that way because most of y'all don't even bother looking at the very fucking fabric of contradiction in people's everyday lives. Most of you don't do introspection. Most of you guys don't do deep diving into fucking society. Most of you don't do that into human behavior. Most of you guys stick by your favorite fucking deadly niches that go nowhere. Religion, politics, dick and pussy. You don't go any far. This is why also most of the areas that I see that could both be beneficial, you guys are nowhere in. You guys don't really talk about money. Why? Because it hurts too much. Because most of y'all are broke. So you don't want to talk about it. It's easy to talk about pussy because pussy is easy to get or hard to get depending on where you are in the world, where you are in your life. Money's finite. Pussy's not. Pussy will always be around. Whether she's cute or not is not the question. Pussy will always be around. Whether you can afford it or not, I'm going to go to my boy Jack Reacher. I can't afford you. I'm not a prostitute. I really can't afford you then. They don't want to talk about that money shit because then that's finite. That means whether you think you're cute or not, you can't afford it. See, this is why most of the conversation can revolve around religion. Because how far is that going to take you? It can revolve around politics. Let's be honest. How far is that going to take you? But being able to couple with somebody, how far that's going to take you. But then talk about what's in your pockets to give you a better life so that you can have better outcomes. They don't want to talk about that. Majority of people don't want to talk about that. The only time you really catch spaces that want to talk about you quote making money is only if the people that are in real estate. That's why real estate content makes a lot of money. Leveling up, like being your CPA or something like that, not a lot of content that's going to bring you up popular for that. Real estate content will bring you up. How to be a realtor? Absolutely. How to just learn to be financially savvy? Most of you guys don't do it. You don't do it. Why? Because money makes you insecure. But you can sit here and argue about dick and pussy, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're married or you're fucking single. Most of you guys sit around and argue endlessly about fucking politics or endlessly about fucking religion because why? You really don't have no stakes in the outcome of that. You have no stakes in the future of your democracy and you have no fucking stakes in the future of the Lord. You have zero. You are a blip in time and that makes you upset. Let me say that again. You are a blip in time and it makes you upset. And the only way you want to feel important by trying to convince yourself that what you do matters. When the truth of the matter is that it has been there before you were born and it will be there after you're born. But you want to believe that it's something so special during your time. The same way how every motherfucker, every fucking generation believes that the world want to end at their time. You want to feel important that badly. When the truth of the matter is that it's really not that deep. It ain't. It ain't that deep. You just want to feel important. You need to make sense of your existence. So you want to conscribe to something that never asked you to be there. Just pay attention to yourself and what's going on around you. And stop thinking that you're going to be the thing that's been the catalyst to save the planet. You guys sound like the fucking show hero. Save the cheerleader, save the world. Who's the cheerleader? What the fuck are you guys doing? And who asked you to be there? You volunteered for something that didn't ask you to be around. You threw yourself into an army that wasn't even recruiting. You did that shit. You get to move around with this quote lazy living because you picked a cheat code, you picked a niche for yourself, and you get to sound like you're disciplined without actually being disciplined. You get to talk like a boss without actually even clocking in for fucking work. You get the dopamine hit of clout without the pain of consistency. This is like a free trial version of life. You get the preview, you get the highlights, you get the aesthetics, but you never actually pay the cost to actually go about living it. And the truth is, people love that shit. They love their trial version. They love getting their 30 days and they cancel the fucking contract. They just start up a whole new fucking email and password. They love the performance more than the actual practice. That's why, quote, negativity feels so fucking good to people. It is easier to tear someone down than to build yourself up. It is easier to argue rather than to reflect. It is easier to laugh at somebody else's failure rather than to face your fucking own. Contradiction is junk food. It fills you fast. It feels good in the moment. It leaves you in a position where you're going to be starving later. And worse, you'll be starving later, but after you've already been hugging the fucking toilet seat, shitting. Most people are addicted. They'd rather binge watch contradictions than actually feed their life with something that's actually meaningful and something that actually matters. Something that's actually real. The thing that they don't want to deal with is, quote, the mirror of time. The mirror of time. There are many of you people could have a great scenery out in front of you. It could be a wonderful sunset. And the majority of you will not see the good sunset ahead of you out the window because you're too busy looking at the specks in the window. Let me say that shit again. You'll be too busy focusing on the specks of the window that you will miss the glorious sunset in front of you. So fucking sad. Let's just keep it a buck. People don't change. In fact, I would add on that people don't change. They parrot. They recycle other people's thoughts. They sit back on the latest trend and they call that shit growth. That's not change. You guys who love Naruto, you're Kakashi. You're not badass though. You're just a copy ninja. You know what? You're just a copy nigga. Let's just go there. You don't build yourself up. You wasn't on a strong team. You're not doing anything great. You're just a copy nigga. You don't lead nobody. You don't train nobody. You don't do shit. You just copy. You're the lowest budget version of Kakashi. If you feel a way about it, you know I'm going to tell you, right? Do a video and see if I see it. I won't because I don't care. Most of you guys are copy and fucking paste with better filters due to technology and time. Most folks don't actually evolve. They just download the same script, the same thing that society feeds them. They repeat the loudest fucking shit that happens throughout the year. They think that they're evolving because they pick up the newest slang, the same nonsense. And that's why you hear the same fake, deep ass, floating fucking quotes around bad fucking remixes. You guys thought you was listening to brand new fucking music because Puff was remixing, Diddy was remixing everything. You thought you was getting brand new fucking music. Same old shit was happening. You said, this is my jam. Guess what? Your grandmammy and your mammies was saying the same shit. The same fucking songs. Practically the same fucking lyrics, but they added a little something extra to it. And you thought you was getting something brand new. He was called the king of remixing. You thought you guys were getting new fucking music. You guys, especially you Gen Zers, if somebody dropped a whole new remix of Purple Rain, most of you guys wouldn't know because most of you guys have never even heard the original from Prince. And in fact, they will probably change it up to some trap shit, right? And they wouldn't even call it Purple Rain, they call it Purple Haze or some other shit. See if somebody don't steal that idea. For you motherfuckers out there that like to fucking make music. Get some motherfucker. Because think about it. Motherfuckers not even really out there singing no more. Everybody has to be able to rhyme now. So all you need is some motherfucker that just come out there and be a little bit different than some purple haze, and some when they just stole it from fucking Prince. How did you come up with that? I was just sparking up in the crib, and that shit just came out to me. And since motherfuckers can't really sing, because apparently singing is something that's not really done much anymore, unless you're Chris Brown. I don't know why he's like designated the last bastion of fucking sing, because he's really not. Which means that if a motherfucker does want to put a voice out there, it has to be done in auto tunes. Yeah, it is Hendrix. I agree. And they'll still touch it. They'll still touch it. They'll touch Hendrix. They'll touch Kravitz. They'll touch everybody. I'm waiting to a point where somebody sings American Nigga instead of American Woman. Crap, better get ahead of it. American Nigga. Might as well get ahead of it. Stop walking by my door. I don't want to see your drawers no more. Might as well. Just do it. Now, nigga, I said stay away. American Nigga, listen to what I say. I was thinking about that shit today because I was listening to something that came from Coach Greg a while ago. He was thinking it, I was thinking it. But you might just remix this, which you're gonna do anyway. I was even thinking about the stream that I was watching, at least the beginning of it, from Marathon Kev, when he was doing this whole thing on John Gall about the whole black fatigue, and I was just like, man, John is going through it. I gotta reach out to John to see what's going on. He's tired. He is over it. OVAH, over. But as some of the things he's talking about, I think it's a matter of the fact that he's just tired of dealing with contradictions, a culture of contradictions, especially for John, for someone who deals with, quote, rentals. People who come in and they say that they can do something and they are really in bad faith. And I feel for him on that. Me, I mean, I'm not the kind of person that I actually pay my rent on time too. The contradiction is that everybody wants to be seen as, quote, different. But nobody actually wants to take the risk of thinking different. Let me say that again for you because I don't think you really caught on to what I just said there. Everybody wants to be seen as different, but nobody wants to take the risk of thinking different. Most people fucking parrot. Most of you motherfuckers, I see you all over the place. You parrot politics. You parrot culture. You parrot relationships. We don't ask. We don't challenge. We just fucking mimic. That's why people are fucking stuck. They mistake mimicry for maturity. If I just mimic a motherfucker, I sound smart. No, you don't. You just sound like the same motherfucker. Why would I think that you're any different from any of the other motherfuckers that do the same shit? They think that echoing is the thing that's popular. It's the thing that makes them feel like they are fucking evolving. But it's not. It's just noise. People don't change. They parrot. Same lies, same new hashtags, same new hashtags. And by the way, if you hate that statement, check your own timeline. Check your own timeline. Tell me what you think. Or is it just you looking at the same shit that's been going on that's parroting the same culture back to you, even on your own fucking feed? Look at that for a moment. Open your eyes, really think about it, and tell me what you see. A culture of contradiction is exactly what it sounds like. A society built on saying one thing, living another thing, and clapping for itself along the way. For some reason, we don't value growth, but we value repetition. We don't celebrate change. We celebrate parroting. People don't change. They parrot now. They mimic. They mimic the last viral takes. They copy the last trends. They repeat the same lines that their parents said. And they call that shit progress, folks. But let me just tell you something about what we know about parrots. Parrots don't evolve. They don't even grow. They just make squawking noises. They just make noises. And that's what contradiction is. Noise. It is noise that drowns out clarity. Noise that convinces you you're moving forward when really, in reality, you're just walking in fucking circles. So here's the challenge. Because I want to know how many of you guys can look at your own life, especially if you guys are people who actually sit up on panels, or if you guys do content your own, or you guys love to look at your fucking feed. How many of you guys are seeing the same thing parroting, just different voices doing so? Talking about the same shit, just different voices talking about it. Stop confusing noise with growth. Instead, You should be thinking about killing contradictions in your own life. Most of you guys just get comfortable with your own contradictions. You should be thinking about killing contradictions in your life. You'll never hear your own voice. You'll never reach the signal that you need to hear if you keep echoing the fucking things that other people are saying to you. Salute to the porch. Salute to the porch. Most people, I'm not even gonna lie, most people who are really watching me right now probably never even heard anything that I said because they're too busy in their own head or too busy distracted because we had a whole conversation about that even on a few other lives. Most motherfuckers come through a chat, they just try to see who's ever there in the chat while they're probably got 2 or 3 other fucking streams up and they're doing this. Looking at all these other tabs while they're looking for people and they just say, hey, what's going on here? Hi, what's going on here? Hey, what's going on here? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's up, you? Hey, what's up, you? And as I said, even on my last stream, human beings are garbage at multitasking. You say clipped? Clip whatever the fuck you want. What's that got to do with me? What's that got to do with me? You can clip whatever the fuck you want. Human beings are garbage at multitasking. It's already a proven thing. Companies still to this day try to have people multitask. They think that I want to promote people who are really good at multitasking. But the science has already been out for over a decade. Human beings are garbage at multitasking. Duno, who the fuck are you telling to take a breather? And why are we spamming in all caps? Well, what is going on here? Resto? What is Resto doing? If you need a break, take a goddamn break, Resto. You're a liar. You're a liar. No one's a trained multitasker. That all that means is that you're literally trained to fail. No one's a trained multitasker. You're just trained at literally failing in real time. No one's great at multitasking. No one. Not even your greatest CEO is great at fucking multitasking. Its studies are already out there. Human beings don't have that brain capacity. They do way better when they focus individually on one task at a time. Multitasking is a myth. You cannot contribute even 50% to 2 tasks at one time. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. You can give 50 to one, but you can't even give 50 to the other. It's more like 15 or 20%. Multitasking is not something made for human beings. The idea, the myth of multitasking is the myth of saying I don't want to hire more people to do what I need one person to do. I can't even tell you how many people I've seen try to check their fucking phone, chew gum, and walk a busy fucking street without somebody having to fucking grab them before they got hit by a car or trip. Multitasking is not something good for people, even for the most mundane task. What makes people like me really deadly is because we literally set up modules and schedules and we do one thing at a time. And when somebody comes to us other shit, we go, how important is this? Is it at the top? Is it medium level? Is it at the tippy top? Where is it? Because for me to do this thing that you're asking me, I need to put other shit behind me. But I'm not doing two shits at once. What's the quality of work that you want? If you want the best that I can give you, I need to focus on this particular thing. But don't tell me I need this and I need this at the same time, because you're not going to get the same level of quality. If you want the best work from me, do not give me shit that you want half measured on. I agree. The point that I'm getting at. And most people, even when they're turning in projects, well, the moment they submit that shit, they're going, fuck, I should have done this. I should have done that. I already sent it in. It's too late now. Fuck. Oh, let me send a reply email to send the extra shit that I forgot to send in. Like, dude, I've been through it. So when I see other teams do it and I see other people do it, I'm not surprised. So I always ask somebody, hey, are you able to do this? If this is a priority, I need you to do this. Don't do that other shit until you get this thing done. I need you to focus your attention on this thing. Do not do the other thing. I want your best on this thing. Once that thing is done, you can go back to the other thing. Do not tell me that you can get both things done, because I know I'm going to get shitty work. Just don't. I know you want to, but please don't. I know my boss probably gets annoyed at me, because when I give something, I try to give my best in it. I don't try to juggle work. Now I'm pretty quick at my work, but I'm actually doing fully one thing at a time. That's it. I'll give myself an hour or two for that project, and I'll run an hour or two on it. And I'm like, this is what I got right now for 2 hours. Do you want me to work on it more, or do you want me to work on it less? Because you have other things that need to get done. Nope, I still need that thing. Okay, cool. So I'm letting you know these other things you want, it's going to be sitting at the back. Probably, depending on how long this goes, it might even have to get done tomorrow. Are you okay with that? And if you're telling me it's okay, cool. We got a deal. When I talk to employees, I don't have a team now, but when I talk to employees, I say, give me the best that you can do for this project. Do not give me the most that you can do in a day. Give me the most that you can do for this project. If I have something that I need done immediately, I need you to put all your shit aside to get my shit done. Because this shit helps the company as a whole, rather the shit that you're doing can be done later in the week. It's not a deadline. People think, well, I can get both things done, Resla, and watch me. Aren't I great? Pat me on the fucking head for getting to. And I go, this is messed up. What about this? Did you say, well, I could have spent more time. Why didn't you spend more time? Well, I didn't have time. What do you mean you didn't have enough time? Why are you submitting this if you didn't have enough time? Because this could be submitted at the end of the week, but you're submitting it now. It could be done on Friday, but you're submitting it on a Tuesday. Why not give it more time to submit it on at least Thursday, if not Friday, rather than give it to me on Tuesday? When I said this thing I need you to be working on since Monday, I needed Monday. That's people biting off more than they can chew. And here's my thing though, Chaser. If there's procrastination, you have bigger problems on your hand. Because if you are given time on Monday to get something done by Friday, and you procrastinate, that's a you problem, because you have ample time. That's a problem for you. You're done. If I gave you a week to do a project, not a day, not 2 days. If I gave you a week to do a project and I didn't even give you the go around and say, hey, that 5 days I gave you, I'm willing to take away a day and give you the extra day for next week. It's all good. and you still fucking fail, that's all on you. Especially when you don't communicate. And Resto, don't get mad because you don't know how to tie a smock. Don't get mad. Some of you guys, you just don't even, you're not cultured, you don't even know how to do this. You can hate all you want. You're mad. It's okay. You'll get over it. I know the little femboys over in Korea can't do it. I know. The little femboys in Korea can't do it. I get it. They don't got no culture. They don't got no swag. I know. Your little femboys, maybe they could teach you how to apply some fucking makeup on your face over there in Korea and make you pasty as a motherfucker. Maybe they can do that for you over there. Over here, we do big boy shit. We can dress culturally. Maybe they can teach you how to put some fucking mascara on, Resto, over in fucking Korea. Teach you how to do some pop dance. And make you pop your fucking face and flick your fucking hair over there. Over here, we do big boy shit. Just saying. Don't let me call you out. I know what your femboy culture over there is like. K-pop, more like bussy pop. We see what the fuck goes on over there. All right? We see what's going on over there. Every hole's a goal. I'm pretty sure that's the mantra over there. Every hole's a goal. I'm pretty sure that is the mantra over there. I'm pretty sure all those little gay bussy boys is over there. Little femboys saying that every hole's a goal, even if the other hole's another guy. I'm pretty sure they say that. No one's taking them seriously. K-pop, Kegel pop. That's what it stands for. Kegel popping. K-pop. Never seen so much pasty motherfucking makeup wearing men in my life. In my life. Don't get me started. Are they making money out there? They're absolutely making money. Don't get me wrong. But y'all not gonna have me. Y'all not gonna have me thinking these motherfuckers. I've seen motherfuckers train. I've seen the same fucking actor cry fucking 6 fucking shows, and I'm looking at my girl like, and this is what you think is attractive? Are you fucking kidding me? This is like, ladies. This is why I say y'all like looking at gay men. Y'all love watching gay men. K-pop. Especially K-dramas. K-dramas have skyrocketed in prices. As a person who deals with media, K-dramas have become so popular. And every time I look at it, it's a new femboy that you're drooling over. You ladies is all confused. Because if you look at their culture, the women aren't interested. They don't want them. All the foreigner women want to watch the K-dramas. Look at all these men. These little femboys. But the women of their culture are not even interested. They don't care. They're like, no, we're good. We'll use them for the money. I like Prada. I like Louis. I like Gucci. I like Miu Miu. They'll use them for the money. But you don't hear about them taking shit down and busting that shit open. They don't hear about none of that shit. You hear nothing. Who says so-and-so was out there wearing that back out? Doesn't happen. When I look at all these little K-drama stars, they have the same amount of marketing as your favorite boy bands like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. On their back boys, I should say. I said what I said. What they gonna do? Sue me? Go ahead. Send your little deposition over your little lawsuit and your little subpoena over to wrestleopinion@gmail.com. Go ahead. On your back, boys. Go ahead. No, I said it. On your back, boys. I said it right. It already came out. Literally. You know what they wanted to always say, that they love it that way. Never cared for them. Tell them why. They want nothing but a cock spray. Tell them why. They wanted nothing to be gay. Tell them why. Confused all the ladies every day, 'cause they want it that way. Just saying. And you ladies ate it up. Ate it up. You ate it up. Never cared for them. Y'all ate it the fuck up. And then you got my guy over here, Resto, living in a femboy state, a femboy country. It's not even North Korea, not even South Korea. South femboys. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you can live in South femboy state. South femboys. That's where you're from. You should be scared living in South femboy. That is crazy. I'd be shipping out quickly. I'll be happy to go back and go back to the US. Ain't gonna catch me being out there hanging with a bunch of femmes. Nope. You said gonna wear the fit by the wait, what you talking about, crab? Who's gonna wear their fit while they cook them? Resto's not that brave. Resto's doing that whole while in Rome shit. While in Rome, right? Nah. Hey, I know I wasn't there to help you grow up, but you should definitely not be putting on some femboy makeup. I'm just gonna let you know that right now, Resto. If you don't wear the femboy makeup, I will bring milk to you. I will bring milk. Just don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth. It's not worth it. Don't do it, dog. It's just not worth it. It's okay. I'm just saying. I had to deal with it. It's bad enough that I gotta come home and I gotta hear a whole foreign language in my house because my girl be in the bedroom listening to some shit. And I know I'm like, you could just fucking mute it because you're gonna be reading the subtitles anyway. I don't want to hear a whole bunch of people that just sound like they're complaining and whining all day. I personally speaking, there are some Korean women that look really, really cute. I just don't want them to talk because between the men and women, I don't know who sounds worse. They sound like they're bitching and complaining all day, every day about anything, just whining every day. I'm like, I can't deal with you for 24 hours. I can't. It's just too much whining. He or she might not even be whining. You just sound like you're whining. Can't do it. No, I don't get used to bitching. I I get to the point where if my girl starts bitching around me, I just go out, go away from me. I'm tired of hearing the whining. I'm not what? That voice right there. Go. Bye. Later. You don't get used to that. It's a drag. It's bringing me down. It is bringing me down. Go. Not my thing. I got a bad enough time being in my own head. I don't need to hear my name and everything else sound like it's fucking complaining. Nope. Time to go. Bye. I get it. That might be difficult, but I can't deal with it. Maybe some of y'all are just used to people bitching and complaining around you. I don't want that. Not especially not in my free time. No. If I got to do it at work, I mean, it is what it is. I'm paid to do this, but in my real life, in my free time, I'm not trying to hear all this. I'm not. I'm not. If that's the case, I just might as well be single. Plain and simple. I might as well just be single. I'm not trying to hear it. The moment I start hearing, why are you whining? I'm not whining. You hear that? That sounds like whining to me. Fuck are we doing here? Why are we whining? I can't do it. Because complaining to me is not, here's the truth of the matter. Complaining to me is not going to make your life better. And complaining to me and you not doing anything to solve it, don't bother. I did not sign up to be a therapist. Oh, and I could already hear it sometimes, especially from you women. How could you want to hear about her day? No, I really don't. I don't. I don't. I did not go to school for psychiatry. That's not my specialty. That's not my field. No, I'm not. I'm not a therapist. That's not my field. That's not my responsibility. You need to go talk to somebody else who actually gives a shit. I don't. I got my own shit. You know what I don't do? I don't come home and unburden it. You're not going to sit there and all the shit I got to deal with and you want to unburden on me? No. No. Not my thing. I got my own shit to deal with. See, maybe if I was sitting at home and I ain't had shit to do and I was a house husband, maybe I can do that because it's my only source of entertainment outside of being online. But I'm not. No. Now when I got to sit there and I got to deal with motherfuckers or heifers all day and I got to come home and I got to hear about motherfuckers and heifers that's happening with you. And especially because you don't want to do shit. See, me, I plan to do shit. But if you don't want to do shit, there's no sense in me hearing about it. And I'm not even me talking about bringing solutions. Because at the end of it, I'm like, so what do you want to do? I don't plan to do nothing. Don't talk to me again about it. Don't talk to me again about it. Until you come up with a plan. Because I'm not here to tell you a plan. That's not what you asked me for. You want me to listen. Since you don't have a plan, talk to me when you have a plan. That means if you don't talk to me for 3 months because you never came up with a plan, that means you didn't talk to me for 3 months about it. But I'm not doing that bullshit. Come to me when you're solution oriented. I know people are not going to like that. But I'm not here to solve the world's problems. I have my own. I need people who are problem solvers. I'm not here to fix everybody's life. I'm not a messiah. I'm not. I need people who are action oriented. Because the same way how ladies, and I'll say this because some things already known about me, the same way how I don't tell you to call me daddy, I don't like that shit. Don't call me daddy, don't call me poppy, don't call me none of that shit. You got a dad. And if you don't have a dad, go look for that nigga. I don't like for someone to call me that. I don't like anyone calling me that shit. There will never be a confusion at the dinner table if daddy passed me the salt. There will never be that confusion. I don't allow it. I don't allow it. Too many y'all already got father issues. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to be the replacement. Kill that shit. Kill it. Stomp it. Burn it with fire. Right where it stands. I don't deal with that. I can't call you daddy. No. I can't call you. No. If you got one, fix your shit with them. The same way how until we are married, your family is not to call me son. You cannot call me daddy. You can call me baby. You can call me fucking massive cock Armstrong. You can call me with it. Like, you just can't call me daddy. You got a dad. It is what it is. I don't tolerate that shit. I know some of you guys, you just love to be taking it quickly, sold real quickly a dream. Oh my God, yeah, oh my God. Oh, she called me daddy. Oh my God. Oh, she called me Poppy. Oh, shit. Y'all so easily fucking sold, especially if you motherfuckers ever went across seas. You're so easily sold. Easily sold. Not me. I'm not. I'm good. Ain't no one easily tricking me like that. Some of y'all, I'm just gonna be honest, you're easy licks. You are easy fucking the trap. Not me though. I'm good. I'm good. I'm straight. Some of y'all just not. Anyway, folks, I think I'm gonna end it here. I am gonna end it here. I am not gonna drag any longer than I need to because I got home. I'm actually not going to work tomorrow. I feel like I've been working for 6, 7 days straight. I really feel like I do. Oh my God. So I get to actually relax a little bit, just a little bit. And I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do. First thing I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna brush my teeth because I've been wearing these aligners in for most of the day, and yeah, is what it is. And I'm gonna relax. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it is gonna be what it is. If anyone plans on doing a live or whatever, whatnot, just do me a favor. Go live, and I'll probably end up seeing what it is. And if I'm not even subscribed to you, I don't know, hit me up at resla@gmail.com. Whatever. Maybe I'll take a look at it. But I plan on trying to get some food. I'm planning on brushing my teeth, and I'm planning on relaxing for the rest of the night because I will not be up any longer than I need to with you guys. And of course, I need to plan for this content that I haven't really been doing because there's a lot of stuff that we need to get going for the future. So, is there anything that you guys got on your mind before we go ahead and we call it a night? This is the only time I'm going to ask you. Only time I'm going to ask you. Because most of you guys probably got several windows open looking at other people anyway, so that even when I ask the question, you're probably not paying attention anyway, which is about to make things even better. Even better. Just saying. You make it easier for me. Because why? People are easily distracted and they suck at multitasking. I said it. Mm-mm-mm. See, that's what I thought. Nobody said anything. Big head boy. All right, cool. That's what she said when I laid it down. Big head boy. Anyway, we gonna leave from there. I'll see you guys on the next one. And I have all your attention, huh? All right. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one. I am going to go brush my teeth and everything, probably sit down, then come back, and I'll probably gonna try to start editing some stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Now, look. Sky, Sky, you're in here so late. We're literally about to end the stream. But I appreciate you walking up in here, Sky. But I'm about to go, you guys. And if anything, what's today? Tuesday? I don't even know if I'm gonna do anything tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe if I feel inclined to do so, but who knows? I'll see you guys in the next